Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to One of Mike and Mike, the premier business radio program. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with us. We're coming to you from the campus of Virginia Union. This was an event with the Women's Business Center, Richmond, and it's a transportation aspect. So one of the great parts about having a show is I get to talk to experts. So, as always, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Charlene Reynolds. I'm the Managing Director of Creative Next Gen Petroleum, a fuel supplier. Also, I'm the CEO of Creative Insurance Concept, a commercial insurance and surety bond agency. We're based out of Richmond, Virginia.
One of the things a person asks you, so what do you do? What's the look on people's face when you tell them what you do? Because I don't have a clue.
Well, when I tell them that I'm a fuel supplier, they usually say, really, I've never met an African-American woman fuel supplier.
I've never met a woman African-American fuel supplier. No, I have not.
How did you get into that business?
Exactly.
And then I shared a long story, and I don't know, do you want to hear this story, or it's a pretty long story, but I can
give me the short version.
Okay, so my surety bond agency has been in business for 28 years. One of my contractors who I was bonding, sister had a convenience store in Virginia, and they were looking to sell fuel. I was on the board of director for an airport trade association at the time, and so they realized that I had the connections with the rental-car agency, so they asked to partner with me. So in doing so, we agreed to do a partnership, which ultimately ended up with me being the sole managing member of Creative Next Gen Petroleum. Because of those relationships, I reached out to Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and they sent me my first fuel contract, which consisted of 7 airports in the state of Virginia.
So now, what did you say about providing the gasoline for Enterprise?
So we have our own trucks. We also have our own supplies. So we have a contract with Enterprise nationwide in Atlanta, Georgia, Pensacola, Florida, 7 airports in Virginia, and some in West Virginia. What we do is we buy fuel and we resell it to them. We have it delivered, and they use it to fuel their rental cars at all the airports.
After I take it back and didn't fill it up.
After you take it back and fill it up, they will fill it up and charge you more than I charge them, obviously.
I love that.
Yeah.
On the mic and Mike, we talk about hustling here, and that's a beautiful business model. I hear you're also with the CEO program here with the Women's Business Center.
That's correct. So I have been with that program since October of last year, and that has been good as far as providing me with resources, funding through the LIST program. I got a business loan through the LIST program, which was facilitated through this organization. And most small businesses think that it's really difficult to get funding. I'm here to tell you, if you're connected to the right resources, funding is not difficult. Obviously, you have to have your financial picture in order, but I've been actually provided with more lending opportunities than most businesses just by making connections with organizations like this.
It's who you know and what you know.
Absolutely.
There you go. All right, how can people find out information? Because your story is inspiring. How can people find out information about you?
So you can find me, my website for Creative Next Gen Petroleum is C as in Charlie, N as in Nancy, G as in girl, petroleum.com. And my surety bond agency is Creative Insurance Concept. That website is creativeic.com.
You're in 2 fields that are male-dominated and white and male-dominated.
I was the first African-American surety bond agency that wrote bonds through the Small Business Administration in the nation, in the country. I was the first, and I started doing that in 2004. So I tend to get into industries where there are people who look like me, and that's just kind of been my story. And what I like to do is to mentor and bring other people in. I don't want it all to be consumed by me. I like to share knowledge, I like to share information, and I like to share resources with other people, no matter what their ethnic background is. I just like to encourage entrepreneurship and help other people reach their financial goals.
Because that's what you did in this room today. You dropped some nuggets of knowledge on people.
I tried.
You did. All right, so on the mic with Mike Collective, thank you. We'll be back soon.